Good morning, grade 5 students. I hope that you are doing well. In the previous video, we started with our new lesson, the long division. We learned how to divide using long division. In this video, we will continue with our lesson. In this example, I have to divide 7,365 by 5. First, I have to choose how many digits should I use from the dividend. Since the first digit of the dividend on the left is 7, and the divisor is 5, which means the divisor is less than the first digit, so I only use the first digit in the first step. I ask myself, how many 5s do I need to get 7 or almost 7? 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10. 10 is greater than 7, so I have to use the 5 times 1, so I write the 1 in the quotient. Now, I multiply 5 times 1, I'll get 5. This 5 is written under the 7. Now I have to subtract 5 from 7. 7 minus 5 equals to 2. Now I should bring down the next digit, which is the 3. Since I brought down a digit, I should repeat all the long division process. Now I have 23. I ask myself, how many 5s do I need to get 23 or almost 23? 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 5 is 25. I should take the nearest number to 23. So I use the 5 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. I write the 20 under the 23. Now I have to subtract. 23 minus 20 equals to 3. Now I should bring down the next digit in the dividend, which is the 6. Now I have 36. Since I brought down a digit from the dividend, I should repeat all the steps in the long division. I should ask myself, how many 5s do I need to get 36 or almost 36? 5 times 7 is 35, 5 times 8 is 40. 40 is greater than 36, and I should always choose the nearest number to 36. So I have to choose the 5 times 7. I write the 7 in the quotient. Now I multiply it, I'll get 35. I write the 35 under the 36. Now I have to subtract 35 from 36. So 36 minus 35 equals to 1. Now I should bring down the fourth digit of the dividend. Now I have 15. I ask myself, how many 5s do I need to get 15 or almost 15? 5 times 3 is 15, so I choose the 3. I write it in the quotient next to the 7. Now I multiply 5 times 3, it's equal to 15. I write it under the 15. Now I subtract 15 minus 15, it's equal to 0. 0 is the remainder. I don't write it in the quotient. In example 2, I have to divide 2779 by 3. First, I have to compare the divisor by the first digit of the dividend on the left. The divisor equals to 3, the first digit of the dividend equals to 2. The divisor is greater than the first digit of the dividend, so here I have to use 2 digits from the dividend in the first step. So here I use the 27. I ask myself, how many 3's do I need to get 27 or almost 27? 3 times 8 is 24, 3 times 9 is 27, so I have to use the 3 times 9. I write the 9 in the quotient, but please pay attention. Since I took 2 digits from the dividend in the first step, I should start writing my quotient from the second digit. So I place the 9 over the 7. What's 3 times 9? It's 27. I write the 27 under the 27. In step 3, I should subtract. 27 minus 27 equals to 0. Step 4, bring down the next digit, which is the 7. Now I have 7. I ask myself, how many 3's do I need to get 7 or almost 7? 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9. I have to use the 3 times 2. What's 3 times 2? It's 6. I place the 6 under the 7. I subtract them, I get 1. Now I bring down the other digit or the next digit. Since I brought down a digit, I should repeat all the steps. I ask myself, how many 3's do I need to get 19 or almost 19? 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. So I have to use the 3 times 6. I write the 6 in the quotient next to the 2. What's 3 times 6? It's 18. I write 18 under the 19. Now I have to subtract 19 minus 18. It's equal to 1. 1 is the remainder. In example 3, I have to divide 3726 by 5. First, I have to compare the divisor by the first digit of the dividend. The divisor is 5, the first digit of the dividend on the left is 3. 5 is greater than 3, so the divisor is greater than the first digit of the dividend. So here I have to use the 37. Now I ask myself, how many 5's do I need to get 37 or almost 37? 5 times 7 is 35, 5 times 8 is 40. I have to use the 5 times 7. What's 5 times 7? 35. I place it under the 37 and now I have to subtract. 37 minus 35, it's equal to 2. Now I have to bring down the next digit, which is the 2. Now I have 22. I ask myself, how many 5's do I need to get 22 or almost 22? 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25, so I have to use the 5 times 4. Always take the nearest number to the number you are solving with. So 5 times 4 is 20. I place the 20 under the 22. 22 minus 20 is 2. Now I have to bring down the 6. Now I have 26. I ask myself, how many 5's do I need to get 26 or almost 26? 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. I have to use the 5 times 5. I place the 5 in the quotient next to the 4. What's 5 times 5? It's 25. I place it under the 26. 26 minus 25 equals to 1. 1 is the remainder. If you notice, we started writing our quotient from the second digit. Why? Since we took 2 digits, we have to start writing our quotient from the second digit. Now, we have to learn how to check our answer. After dividing, we have to check our answer if it's correct or not. To check our answer, we have to multiply the quotient by the divisor and then we add the remainder. The answer obtained must be equal to the dividend. For example, example 1. When we divided 7,365 by 5, we got 1,473. So, let's apply this rule to check if it's true or not. I multiply the quotient by the divisor. The quotient is the 1473. I multiply it by the divisor, which is 5. So let's multiply it. 5 times 3 is 15. I put the 5 down and the 1 over the 7. 5 times 7 is 35. Plus 1, it's 36. 6 down, 3 over the 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 3, 23. I put the 3 down and the 2 over the 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2, it's 7. Now, I add the remainder. The remainder in this example is equal to 0, so the answer will not change. It will remain the same, 7,365. If you notice that the obtained answer after multiplying the quotient by the divisor and then we add the remainder, the answer obtained equals to the dividend. So, we solved correctly. In example 2, after dividing 2,779 by 3, we got 926 with the remainder of 1. Let's check our answer if it's correct. To check our answer, I have to multiply the quotient by the divisor and then I add the remainder. Let's start by multiplying the quotient by the divisor. The quotient is 926. I multiply it by the divisor, which is 3. 3 times 6 is 18. I put the 8 down, the 1 over the 2. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, it's 7. And 3 times 9 is 27. Now I have to add the remainder. The remainder is 1, so I have to add 1 to the obtained answer. So 2778 plus 1, it's equal to 2779. The final answer is equal to the dividend, so we solved correctly. In example 3, when we divided 3726 by 5, we got 745 with a remainder of 1. To check our answer, I have to multiply the quotient by the divisor and then I add the remainder. The quotient here is 745. The divisor is 5. Let's multiply them. 5 times 5, it's 25. I put the 5 down and the 2 over the 4. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 2, it's 22. 2 down, 2 over the 7. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2, it's 37. Now I have to add the remainder, which is 1. So I have to add 1 to 3725. We will get 3726. The final answer obtained after multiplying the quotient with the divisor and then adding the remainder is equal to the dividend. So we solved correctly. That's it for today, guys. Please, I want you to solve this exercise. Use long division to find the quotient and then check your answer. So solve it using long division and then check your answer. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to contact me.